where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. And out of a sudden,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill that is the Coffee Company. We're joined back with Mr. Daigle. It's pre-match coffees, and we're just going to have a chill out. We're going to have a chill out for a bit pre-game. We're going to have a laugh, and we're going to get everyone relaxed before we're eventually made disappointed, except for Angus, who's going to be very happy. But we're going to have a chill out. But Daigle, how are you doing today?
I'm all good. Sleep is still as rough as hell, but we all get up today. Yeah. It's time to jump on that 9-month emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
All aboard, because we're back.
For 12 months, we're going to let 11 men dictate our mental health for the rest of the year.
Correct.
But we're here in the chat. But let's see who's in the chat to join us through the show. We got Rinketic, YouTube member. Good to see you. Hi, Benji Boo. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you, Rinketic. We got Barbaric Disdain. Good to say, if you're somehow.
I just want to say big up for this, whoever this person is, Barbaric Disdain. Thank you for the wonderful comments that you've been saying about the channel in YouTube. The support means absolutely everything, and I try to answer all the comments, and yours are always so incredible to read, so thank you.
Absolutely. Let's turn that up so I have some new sound. We got the number one Agenbar in the world saying football. I've sort of egged it on myself by putting pre-match coffee in it, so no toxic alert. We got Angus is in the house saying afternoon, tribal chief, and the final boss. I love that. We're going to have to get you one of those really loud rock jackets, rock shirts, and we're just going to be the tribal chief and the funk.
When it comes to the rock, everyone knows my utter hatred for wearing anything red. But do you remember he brought out a shirt that said Soldier Dad, and it was all done in the Maori cut more.
The Maori stuff.
It was a bit of red, and I actually bought it because of the rock. I felt sick, but it was the Rock t-shirt. So, I'll wear anything Rocky.
Yeah, we need to get you one of those really loud shirts. It's brilliant. We got Shemtang is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Good afternoon. Mr. Benjamini. Hope you're well. I'm good, mate. I'm good. We got Kudos is in the house. We got Colin Cross. Well, I must say your timekeeping is consistent. You're always late. I'm actually always early in real life. So this is just me being me. But good to see you, Colin. We got James Flower. Flower Power is in the house. Good to see you. The Tribal Chief. We got Nigel Pure Spurs.
Big up Nigel. Everyone, just quickly, he has just started a brand new YouTube channel.
Yeah,
he's doing it. Nigel's doing it by himself. He's just started putting content out. He is a wonderful, wonderful human being.
Yeah,
we're going to support him as much as we can on Tottenham on Tour. He's going to come on Evening Brews. I can't remember if we said this week or next week. But if you can give Nige a follow-up, Nige Pure Coys, people do your thing, because this is a wonderful guy and new to the community on YouTube. And let's give him the support we all give each other.
That sounded funny. It doesn't sound. It's great. We got my lovely Bubby. Good to see you, my love. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully having a great day in the office. And hope all is well. We got Lazy 8 saying, oi, oi, oi. Good to see you, Nick. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, yes. And considering the amount of alcohol, I am not hungover. Great stuff. Great stuff. Hi, Leo. Good to see you, homie. Good to see you, homie. Big up, my homies. We got Tessa. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, mate. We got AJ in the house. Good to see you, AJ. Hopefully you're well, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Nice background. Is that your garden? No, that is the Lake District. That is the Lake District when I was there.
It's talking about my sauna.
It was when I was in the Lake District last year. I love it. I love it. The sheriff is in the house. Good to see you, sheriff. Good to see you. We got Lisa. Good to see you. Good to see you, Lisa. Hopefully you're well. Mark Cook's in the house. Good to see you. And Sir Brian Daigle. Good to see you. Good to see you. You're a knight, apparently.
There's a few people that are calling me sir. I'm quite liking it.
Yeah, it sounds good. Benji and Brian, if I buy tickets from Spurs, can I use one account to buy 2 tickets depending on the game? Depending on the game. It depends. But now you have to have a membership to be able to buy a ticket, which is absolutely absurd.
So if I've got my CRN now,
you can't go.
Not that I would anyway. Not that I would.
If I sent you a ticket, you wouldn't be able to go.
Away games are still cool though, aren't they? Because
away games are different. If you've got the loyalty points. I wouldn't go into the Leaving Bowl, and now I can't get into the Leaving Bowl. So on that note, thanks, Daniel. I actually well done. I actually appreciate what you've done. You've made it impossible for me to come in. Well done. Leo is saying I'm liking the lid. Yes, Brian was saying it before we got in. It's a fun story why I've got this, and it's a good story. It's a good story, but I really like this. My lovely Mickey wasn't necessarily a fan of me wearing trucker hats, but she likes this one. So that's all.
You got the see things that happen. You got Mickey's approval.
Yeah, she approved this one. We got Tom 81. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. Big up, Ruby. Absolutely. We got International Observer. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. We got AJ's in the house. And well done, Mark, for putting Nigel's link in the chat. That really helped.
Done. Yeah, everyone give that channel a follow, please.
We got Rob78. Good to see you, buddy. Saying afternoon, Jen. Afternoon. Toxic positivity time. We'll win it all. Spurs better than all. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's the way it is. Anyone spot the bear? I don't know. There might be a bear somewhere. There might be a bear. You got to go one day, mate. You got to go one day. But the reason I picked up this one, well, firstly, because Mickey always sometimes call me a bear because I've got so much fuzz on my bleeding face. But this hat is made by Gorin Brothers, which if you are an American, you would know Gorin Brothers is from the United States. And when I first went to San Francisco about 7-8 years ago, I was wearing my flat cap because I'm an idiot. And I wore a flat cap, which is supposed to be for the winter in 30-degree heat. So I was like, the first thing I needed is I'm getting a hat. I need a hat to keep me out of the sun. And the first hat shop I found was Gorin Brothers. So it was nice. So I like this hat. And it's great.
So when I lived in Israel, I used to rock a bandana. I used to have multicolored rainbow colours of bandanas. I used to.
Oh, so you're the Brian, the bandana of many colours.
Mate, I literally used to soak them in cold water.
With many colours.
Mate, I literally, Ben, I used to put the one I was going to wear the next day in the fridge in cold water for the night, put it on my head before I went out, and then cheers, Rob. Cheers, Rob. I appreciate it. Yeah, but I used to have
by 5 minutes later, it was already dried out.
Mate, literally. But I used to put the bandana on that matched the colour clothing I was wearing.
Yeah.
I literally was buying clothes at one point to match my bandanas.
I love a bandana. I really like those. They're really comfy, especially when you go in the sea and you don't want to get burnt on the top of your head.
Mate, incredible. I saw a lot of people that wore bandanas and didn't put them over the top of their ears, and it used to freak me out.
Yeah.
Has to be over the years. I might start rocking the bandana again. Actually, I loved it.
That's good. Let's get a Levy out bandana.
Oh, that'd be incredible. Oh, there you go.
Flat cap to you is called dire cap in God's country. Good to hear.
Okay, so that's some Welsh I can actually say, Colin. And I have to say, Colin Crossamano once again got it. Okay, so when Colin Cross is ever on Tottenham on tour and says, keep your eyes open, I think were the words for a move for a Midlands club, he is 100% spot on. He called Brennan Johnson weeks and weeks before.
Who is he calling now?
No, he said weeks and weeks and weeks ago, Ollie Skip, weeks ago, before Leicester even came to the table.
Yeah.
Big up Simon Aki.
Yeah, absolutely. Shabbat Shalom.
It's delayed. Well, we'll put it this way, it's a very early one. It's early. It's
early,
late.
Indeed. I'm bald with a big beard. If I wear a bandana, people think I'm shooting. my entire family think I look like Boris the Animal from Men in Black 3. So I get it. Tottenham on tour.
After the show finishes, I'm getting rid of this. This is going because I look. I can see it on the camera now. Look how thick my hair looks on the side, and how bad.
It's like me.
I've got the grandpa haircut without having the grandpa haircut. Yeah. So it's all going.
Yeah, TOT bandana.
Oh mate,
are you a knight that says me?
I'm not. You've
seen that, right? You've seen the Holy Grail.
Is that what we watched at your show, your place before? Yeah, we watched it.
We didn't get through all of it, though.
Yeah, let's just say, Ben, you know me, when it comes to things like this, no.
Yeah.
No.
Ben, your shop is open Monday to Friday, right? Yes, for now. But we might be doing some more work with my sister company very, very soon. So I might go to 4 days a week at the shop and 1 day a week in our shop in Stockwell. So we're trying to hustle a bit and get a few things going, and we're trying to get that other business to where it should be as well. Even though it's doing well, but there obviously there needs to be a bit more. It needs to have a bit more of a push. Embrace the bald. Damn
right, I love it.
2-1 tonight. We'll be there for that. No. Don't be surprised if Bergwijn turns up with Skippy. Ooh.
He also said that a few weeks ago, but it's just typical. We're trying to buy all Swedish and now Leicester for some reason, and I don't know why, want to reunite ex-Spurs players.
Yeah.
Obviously they love it. Simon, listen, yesterday they did a close-up on him.
Yeah.
And I literally felt like, do you remember that film with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, Face Off?
Yeah.
It's literally that. I swear, if he ever shaves his head, because I won't grow his hair for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's if you remove the hair from Cucurella, it is me, and it is scarily me.
That's a joke I made on Kate's chat earlier. I said Haaland smashed Cucurella so bad he thought he was streaming on Tottenham on tour.
Oh, mate, but yeah, mate, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You got cooked by Savio. You got cooked.
Yep. But it's bloody Cody. It's bloody Cody.
Cody Mack.
Mate, do you remember the original video he did?
Yes.
Should we show people it?
We got to show it later.
Let me send it to you now because he sent it to me recently. I'll send it to you, and then you can put it on.
You like paella, Brian? Brian would like paella.
I do. I absolutely adore paella.
He pulled his hammy yesterday. I think he did. I think it wasn't great, but that was my joke. Haaland did. So Cucurella will be streaming on Tottenham on tour from now on. Correct. After he got done so badly.
All right, let me just send it to you, Ben.
But it is pre-match coffee, so it's good. I like streaming pre-match. It's fun.
There you go. You've just got it.
If Spurs lose tonight, I'll call into Tottenham on tour wearing an Arsenal shirt. If we win, I'll say you a Spurs shirt to wear. Don't wear an Arsenal shirt.
No, he said Angus. He's saying that to Angus. We're not. So there won't be a call in tonight, Rob. tonight will be because I'm at the Scotland Yard. There won't be evening brews. There'll be reactions from myself. Ryan will be at the game, and maybe a couple of other people.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we're back with Anger Management. Maybe we need to start doing a call-in after games, but We Are Tottenham TV have obviously got
It's too late, Brian. It's too late. It's already hard enough doing 2, sometimes 3 streams a day. I mean, tomorrow we're going to be doing 3 streams. We're going to be doing morning brews. We're going to be doing Anger Management, and then we're doing evening brews.
Correct. We can't
physically do any more streams.
No rest for the wicked.
Yeah. Chelsea's. No way am I wearing that. I'd rather put pins in my eyes than wear that, but. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just, That's the thing. Just don't bother putting that red on you. It's nasty.
I still can't believe people that put bets on about putting an arse. I mean, don't get me wrong.
That doesn't touch my skin.
I don't get me wrong. I've got a bet on with Dave about wearing an England top or a Wales top. Fine.
That's different. No,
I would not put on an Arsenal shirt for any amount of money or anything. People said if this happens, you have to wear an Arsenal shirt. I'm like, absolutely bloody not.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sir Lancelot and Sir Gawain walk into a hotel and ask the receptionist, "Do you have a room for 2 nights?"
Oh dear.
I like it. Soon to be champions. Not according to us. What's the news on João Gomez? I have not seen any news from João Gomez.
What I can tell you is Spurs did have scouts there against Arsenal. So the actual, is there truth behind this rumour? Absolutely. Yes. There Spurs.
Where does João Gomez play? Is he a defensive midfielder?
He is a defensive midfielder, but he's got the engine that can play all over. So I don't think he'll. If we got him, he won't sit and be a Wanyama. Yeah. But he will be.
We need a Wanyama. I would love to have a Victor Wanyama.
I can't describe to you that season we had him. Obviously, he stayed for another season, but his injuries. That first season, honestly, and I'll keep saying this. That year we finished second. Yes, Kane and Son and Dele and Ericsson were on fire. As the whole team were on fire. Let's be serious. Victor Wanyama was poetry in motion for me. He was the player of the year for me by a country mile. He was absolutely unstoppable.
I remember that. No, you can't, Mark. No, you can't.
I was
Victor we need a Wanyama. We need someone with legs like tree trunks.
Mate, that's the so I was fortunate enough that final season at the Lane that I was sitting in a box for a few games. And I remember I was at the Crystal Palace game where he scored the winner in his first home game of the season. And when they're doing the running up and down the half of the pitch, when they're warming up, they're running. Victor Wanyama was running right in level with my box. My God, the size of his legs. Yeah. They were absolutely humongous. He was what a player.
Absolutely. We have what the F is. I've not seen this person in the chat, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Absolutely. But have you talked about Locatelli? Are the links to us smoking mirrors? I don't know. I'd like to have Locatelli. I'd like to have him. He's a cheaper option than João Gomez, but I think he would be more suited to possession-based football. But I do like João Gomez. I think João Gomez is someone that Ange wants. I think Locatelli is someone I would want because I like that old school register. So
I've spoken to a few Italians that I know, and I will say with him, I would like him. I think I'd want Gomez more, but the Italian, I've got quite a few saying that he's absolutely useless. For the style of play we play in. And some others saying that he'd be very, very good. So make of it what you will. No, I haven't been up to Montreal. I have been to Toronto's a couple of games. I've been to Montreal, period. But I would love, if I could get a ticket for Montreal here, I would just go and start singing the Pasta song of Victor Wanyama the whole game. Yeah. I loved him.
Yeah, what a player. What is my horrendous joke? No. But yes, but that's it. I would like both of them. You would have Locatelli as the guy that sits in deep, and he's the guy that's because Locatelli is perfect if you want to play fast wingers. Because what he can do is he can put the ball into that area behind the left back and the right back, and the wingers can go into that area. He's got a very good pass on him. But Joao Gomez is someone you put next to him to protect him. When he's got the ball, he's the blocker to stop people trying to stop.
Well, people will know the midfielder I want.
Yeah.
Morgan Gibbs White.
I unsubscribe. I can't remember what your name was then. Can't remember what your name was. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Kudos. Do you where's his mate Mark in football? Yes, Celtic. He played very well for Celtic.
He played incredible for Celtic, was a beast for Southampton.
Yeah.
And honestly, we should have got I remember when Pochettino first came,
yeah,
he wanted Schneiderlin as his first.
Yeah, and you got Wanyama, and Wanyama.
No, we didn't even get. No, we got. So when we went to get him, we got the cheaper version in. We got the good old Benjamin Stambouli because he wanted a cheaper version. And then Schneiderlin obviously went to United,
and he flopped at Man United. He
flopped full stop. But then we went and got. I honestly just
that
wish
shows how good Victor Wanyama was. That he made Morgan Schneiderlin. Morgan Schneiderlin wasn't a quarter of the player without Wanyama next to him.
No, Joe, I think if he'd come to Spurs and been under Poch, had Dembele next to him, he would have been very good. Yeah. But I just wish we had signed Wanyama earlier. Kudos, my boy Alfie, my boy. He'll be the man. Oh, mate, do you know what? That goal against Liverpool, as good as it, Joe, the best thing I love about that goal, it hit the back of the net so fast or hard,
straight out again,
rolling out towards the edge of the area. Yeah. That's how powerful he hit that bloody shot.
That is what they call a thunder bastard, mate.
That was honestly one of the crispest volleys or half volleys.
That's a guy I would love to sign on loan if he's available on loan.
Yeah, he won't come.
I would love to. He's never coming to Spurs. We won't be able to pay his wages.
It's not even that. I don't think he would because of his loyalty to Chelsea. Oh, mate, how can you forget Sandro?
Loved Sandro. Thunder bastard. That was a thunder bastard of a shot. That was an absolute screamer. Stambouli won stuff at PSG and he was terrible at Spurs.
Oh, mate, my nickname for him, and people that will play FIFA will understand this, I used to call him FIFA because if you ever watched him live, you know he kept pushing triangle to give them...
Yeah.
But then when you wore them out, once you've used all their speed, that was Stambouli after 5 yards.
Yeah.
He was the most terrible player. Terrible.
We've already broken the rules, Chica. We've already broken the rules, so we're going to talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. But good to see you, Chica. Hopefully you're well, miss. Hopefully you're well. I call them. I can't put that on the screen, Kuda, so I'm not getting demonetized. Spurs plus Dembele. What a player.
Lovely photo. Lovely.
What a photo.
Yeah, one of them's Lee.
That's great.
Guy on the left is Lee. Lovely.
Dean Austin. Remember Dean Austin?
Yeah, Dean Austin and Justin Edinburgh, the pair from
King is getting a hat trick tonight. The King.
Mate, I think he's getting two. I think he's getting two.
What are your thoughts on our game versus Wolves? Wolves haven't got into the season yet, but it was a good win for them. Is this officially a Football Spurs channel? No, we could talk about it more. But it's just my idea of this channel is to go with the flow. If football turns up, let's talk about it. I'm not just going to stop all conversation of it. It's good to keep the flow, and sometimes, and today of all days, the only thing today of all days, there's only one thing we're going to be talking about. So it's just good to talk about it.
That's the thing. But you got to remember, when there's stuff like this coming, brings a bit. It's good to talk about football nostalgia as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about anything. 3-1 Tottenham tonight. I hope so.
I'm going 3-2. I'm going 3-2 us.
Yeah, absolutely. The King. Yes, we couldn't watch it, Angus. It was a 3:00 kickoff.
I did because we get everything here. So
I didn't get it.
Oh, do you know what? Arsenal played okay. They played well in patches. Wolves are a tricky team to play. They had their opportunities. This is the most important thing for that lot is they got the 3 points and they're up and running and a clean sheet.
I need to star that question from Rinketic and we'll answer it after we get through. We got morning Ian. Good to see you. 46 people in the audience today. Thank you so much, everyone. 46.
Big up.
And I didn't even promote it.
There you go, mate.
But yeah, it's good to hear. I hope that happens more because I'd love to get that many. We're trying to get to 700 subscribers. I'd love to be at 1,000, but it's just never going to happen.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers. But Rinketic saying, what's fun to do in London except going to Levy World? There's plenty of fun things to do in London. You can go shopping. You can go to Shoreditch. You can go eating. There's plenty of good food in London. Go to the Tower of London. There are more free museums in London than any other capital city in the world. So the amount of museums you can just go to and just learn shit.
Yeah.
Some great stuff. Some really great stuff in London. Yeah, you just look it up. There's some great things. Why can't you watch 3 p.m. kickoffs in London? There is an embargo. There is an embargo on all 3 p.m. kickoffs, so they do not show them here in the UK.
Well, they've stopped that. I think in the Championship they're showing games now, aren't they?
Possibly, but not the Premier League.
Yeah, the Premier League. Yeah, kudos. But trust me, if you live in England for your own game, you get completely ripped off because of the TV companies having the big stakes. It's literally what it used to be when I was growing up. They used to play one game on Sunday from the First Division because that's what it was called then, and that was it. And now, obviously, you got Friday night football, Monday night football, or the weekend, but Saturday's 3 o'clock. Nope. But if you come abroad, every single game. I think we pay. There's a company that does the Premier League here, Fubo, and for $120, I believe it is. So let me just work this out. 120 CAD to GBP. So for £67, you get to what, and that's not a month. That's for the year. For £67, you get every single Premier League game. Yeah. Saturday 3 o'clock, you can watch whichever one you want or multiple screen. Every single one. Where I think Sky Sports alone is about that a month, isn't it? Or something ridiculous a month. You get robbed back home for your own game.
Absolutely. We got just a harmless potatoes in the house. Good to see a potato. Hopefully you're well. You can go to the Enoch Museum where old trophies are paraded in an old dusty cupboard. What did you do in the Tower of London? Cut off her head or show her your crown jewels? Yeah, absolutely. Go to London and get ripped off is my experience. There are worse places. Learn shit. State-of-the-art curriculum. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I hope Benji's coffee is quality. It is good.
It is. It is.
Everyone's. I don't have that.
I've got that anyway, Rinketic, but
they show every game anyway.
I don't pay that 60 thing a year because I've got my IPTV that I get it all. But yeah, everyone in Canada.
The Zone is not available in the UK. Kudos, it's not available here. That's why I signed with my £80 doggy box.
Mate, I've got my IPTV and I got it straight away, or not straight away, but about 8 months after I moved to Canada because I was getting so not homesick to be home, but missing British TV.
Yeah.
And now I've got everything. And
another gentle reminder, if you haven't become a member already, you can become a member of the Coffee Company by following this link here. And it's fun. You don't get anything. You just support a small business, which is always good. And it's always good to support small business. Right. Ben's coffee and other drinks are fantastic. Thank you, mate. Speeds in Mexico, half the games are on Fox Premium and half on Max. What the hell? I have to have 2 subscriptions now, CXL and Paramount. Yep, it's not great. It's not get Optus Sport here, but I used to use dodgy streams.
Optus Sport is brilliant.
Yeah, £60 a year, I get to watch every channel. Movies. God's sake. Bloody Lisa. I'm getting IPTV because Sweden will punish people with it. I ain't getting it. Yeah, you need Sky TNT, Amazon Prime. You still can't watch every game. Absolutely. It's madness. Pop over to Birmingham.
NFL is back very, very soon. Damn right. Lisa, who do you support? I need to know who you support, Lisa.
Finca in my town is close to Ben's Coffee. I like Finca. I really do like Finca, where Mark is from. It's really good coffee. Really good coffee. I especially like the one in Poundbury. Poundbury's a great place.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Poundbury is near where Coos lives. It's in Dorchester. Okay. So yeah, support a small business. Unlike Starbucks, whose new CEO is earning £113 million a year. Something crazy like that. Yeah, support a small business.
Damn right.
Big up 10-inch. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you.
I haven't seen you about for a while, buddy.
Hopefully you're well, mate. I'm moving to where Lisa Davis lives. Starbucks isn't actually the worst. I'm not going to support Starbucks because I don't support Starbucks. But as a standard of coffee, if you go to a Starbucks in London and go to the Starbucks in Florida or Canada, the standard is always going to be pretty decent. The standard is always going to be around there. You go to a Costa and then go to the other one down the end of the street. One might be semi-awful and the other one's going to be atrocious. There's no standards. That's the one thing that Costa at Starbucks have. It's the standard is good. Whereas Costa is dreadful. Nero is dreadful. They're all terrible.
Nero I haven't found too bad. You're right with Costa. Nero, but that's obviously I'm not the coffee connoisseur you are. But your coffee, if anyone says where's the best coffee you've had, I always say your place. Always. Best coffee I've ever had.
It's good stuff. Black Americano, no problem, mate. That reminds me, I need to pick up Paramount again to watch us play in the Europa League. How do you even become a Starbucks CEO? Be a super? No, you just got to be a businessman. You got to be a businessman. No. Costa is rank. Absolutely, it's rank. It's absolutely rank. I've never seen them clean a coffee machine.
Actually, it's Spurs Plus. I wonder if Spurs Plus is actually Lee. Spurs Plus. Are you one of the guys on the on your photo? Yeah. Because if it is Lee, that's a very, very dear friend of mine.
Yeah,
and I didn't know he was him. You've met Lee before the protest, haven't you?
Possibly. Starbucks hasn't been a small business since the 70s. No, it hasn't. Anna, cheers from India. I have to start at 12:30 a.m. to watch the match here. Also work tomorrow. That's going to suck.
12:30 a.m. Yeah, it's staying up. Okay.
I got it off Google.
I'm just trying to see. Lee's the one on the left in the blue shirt.
Good photo.
Well, Lee was one of the originals, one of the original people. There's been many a time where he stood out the old West Stand by the Bill Nick gates with that placard just by himself.
Yeah.
Just by himself. He's a top man. I've got a lot of time for Lee.
50 people in the chat. I need to put Tottenham in the title more, apparently.
All right, maybe, do you know what? Maybe that's the thing. And do you know what? Now that Tottenham on tour's flying and getting new subscribers and growing really well, the people are coming over. So it's great to see.
But 50 people in the chat. Big up, everyone. Big up. As a kid growing up not too far from Chicago, always was the Bears and still can't go against them. Then it was Dallas because I moved there. Last 10 years, Kansas City. Yeah, that's the problem with franchises, isn't it? They move as well.
Kansas City for the last 10 years. Glory Hunter, Lisa. Only joking. Yeah, I won't move. From New Orleans, unfortunately. Big up, Tony.
Big up, lads. Just about to have a nice coffee myself. Good stuff, Tony. Fab4 Coffee. It's owned by 4 ex-Welsh rugby players over here. It's lush. Good to hear. I used to use that pic for my Twitter. How did you guys meet Dave? We met. Dave used to be on Tottenham All back in the day with the guys that are over there. So sorry, Benjamin. So I started going. One of the guys on Tottenham All, Ryan Kern, is a very, very, very dear friend of mine, like a brother to me. I went on that channel. Then he started coming on Tottenham on tour a bit. And then Ben recruited him. Ben went on a scouting mission to find his partner. Because we were having problems at the time. And we were doing cockle-doodle-doo every day. And we have a group. We still got the group, but I've locked it. every evening I would say who wants to come on, and not a single person would want to come on apart from Ian Lubin and Dave. Those are the only two people that would come on. No, Ian would come on a Monday and a Friday because that's when his least busy days are, and he would come on in the morning. Dave was ready to come on every day, so I was just like, I'm just recruiting Dave. It's like Dave already streams with us every morning. Let's bring Dave on. Dave's a good lad. Yeah,
He's a
and
top man, Dave.
on the best things we did on Tottenham. Dave is on every day with us. He does a lot of the. He does our TikTok for us. He does. He's just a great lad.
He is.
And he's just a laugh as well, which is what we want for Tottenham. We have prided ourselves on Tottenham on tour of just having a chill chat. I know people. There's one awful person that trolls us, but we just block them anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just a laugh. It's just a laugh. We're here.
Wait, no. What was that? I was a Washington fan, little kid. Just that's what my dad and uncle then. Baltimore, Jesus. Okay.
Reece Samet, the Welsh winger, is ripping it up on Kansas City Chiefs. Good to hear. Your scouting is better than Tottenham's. Absolutely, Dave is great. Absolutely,
right.
Fancy being in England, Tottenham, and Dolphins for absolutely.
Yeah. Well, change that last one for Saints.
Yeah.
The
Saints have actually won something in the last 10 years, Brian.
What, the Saints?
Yeah.
No, the Saints last one. The Saints. I can't remember. Before
I've seen the Saints win a Super Bowl.
The Saints have won the Super Bowl once. One Super Bowl. They won it in 2010. So 7 years before I moved out here.
Yeah.
So they've done it in the last 40. Yes, so basically they've won a trophy more recently than Tottenham.
Yes. Been 14 years for the Saints.
There you go. Thanks.
What is the website for your wonderful coffee? I actually need to add the new coffee, but you can find us at let me get the link. The coffee company. The core company.
Yeah, I would say everyone, his coffee is magnificent. I don't just say that because Ben is a very, very close person in my life. His coffees, and there are people in here that have been there and had it. They are.
The link is there. So if you want to look on, I need to add the new coffee to it. So if you order Song of Storms, you will not be getting Song of Storms. You'll be getting the Great Flood, which is its replacement, which I think is actually a better coffee than it. So I need to change the website, but there is the link for my coffee.
I'll give an endorsement for your coffee. If you like espressos, the very first espresso I had at Ben's Coffee House, I've never had.
You were going mental.
I could have flown home to Toronto just by flapping my arms. Boy, did it wake you up! It's incredible. It's incredible.
I know what I'm doing when it comes to coffee. It's the one thing I can do. Cheers, Ben. Top man. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Yeah,
you do drink coffee. You go to Finca and you go to my shop.
Yeah, I mean the fact that I don't have coffee, sugar in my coffee at Ben's because it's kind of an unwritten rule, and I always have 2 sugars in my tea and coffee. Shows how good it is.
I do have a pot of sugar, but I hide it.
I refuse to do it. I refuse. You said no one puts coffee. It's like when people. When I was still drinking before I moved to Israel, my cousin was the manager of Galvin at the Windows Hilton, their Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah.
And I went to meet him, and he gave me a shot of whiskey, which was something like £800 a shot.
Yeah.
And I said, "Can you put some Coke in it?" And he looked at me and was like, "If you think I'm putting Coke or anything in this shot I've just given you, you're very much mistaken." So that's why whenever you say don't put coffee, sugar in the coffee, it always do that. And it was right.
It's a long story, Colin, but basically it was, it's 10 years ago now. It's 2018. It was, actually, no. What year did Brexit happen? It was the year before Brexit.
So I moved over here 2016, and it was just kicking off. So I think it was around 2016-ish.
2016. It was 2016. My dad, my old boss, and I went to Manchester to look at a building. My dad and Max just bought a building, they bought a floor in Manchester as part of a bigger consortium of people that bought this building in Manchester. So they bought a floor. So we went up to Manchester, and I was like, 2014 was my last major flare up of my ulcerative colitis, and I was trying to get back into. So I did a bit of work experience at some startup companies. I worked at a digital company. I worked at a few companies as work experience because I was lost. I was a lost person. And on the way back, Max owned a coffee shop called Dolcezza at that point, where we now have that unit as part of 7 grams. And Max said, "Do you want a job?" And I got a job, and then I met Mary. I went to Milan, and then 12 years later.
I have to admit, every time you mention the company 7 grams, I think it's something completely different.
Yeah,
completely different.
But I actually worked at Max's shop in 2012 pre-Olympics. That was the first time I ever worked in a coffee. That was again work experience, and I hated it because all I was doing was washing dishes. So literally, and it was really big. It was a Saturday, so I was washing dishes every 2 minutes. It was rammed. So that was when I got into coffee, and we've been there ever since.
So you saying washing dishes? That was one of my jobs at the kibbutz I was on.
Yeah,
honestly, it was the best job. Just chilling in the kitchen with wicked people. But
I was customer facing dishwashing, so I was getting cups, cleaning all the cups, dishwasher, dry, bang, dry. It was manic.
Time must have flown though. Time must have flown.
No, it wasn't, because I was really ill at that point as well. I was about to go into the one before my ultimate major flare up in 2014. I was starting to flare up, and I was really unwell. So I was like washing a load of dishes, going to the loo and throwing up because I was ill. Then going back and then cleaning up because yes, I could wash dishes because I'm autoimmune disease. It was not like it was not like I was contagious, but it was not fun. It wasn't fun. But yeah, that's how I got into coffee. I do have some chai. If someone asks for it, I'll give them some of Kim's. But I might start doing some chai. I might buy a couple of pots of it. But it's not when I eventually move this shop to a busier location, I'll start doing chai. I'll start doing tea. I'll start doing all the shenanigans like that. 2016. It's so long ago. I drink lemonade with what? No, don't you dare do that. That's not right. No, it won't, Mark. No, it won't. But yeah, that's how I got into coffee all those years ago. Time's flown.
I still can't believe we're heading into September. It's almost a year since I came home. It's flown, especially with what's going on in my health and everything. Time is absolutely flying.
Yeah, time just flies. Like it's unbelievable. Okay, I understand with cheap wine. Mate,
you know what? People are talking about wines. People often ask me and say, if you could have one drink a day and it never be an issue, like the alcohol fairies come down and you can only have one drink a day, and you'll stick to it, no problems. I always used to say, everything that happened in my life, the one drink I actually enjoyed drinking and wasn't like a necessity like the rest of the time was a nice glass of red with dinner.
Yeah.
That's the one drink I actually missed and looked forward to. The others was just because of the addiction. Yeah. And I couldn't control it. But if I could sit back now and just have one glass of wine a day and know nothing would happen, I'd do it. But obviously I'm never ever taking the risk.
Yeah. It's I do love a glass of wine. It's been a year since I left Latvia. It's a shame. But you like Sweden. It's the Guitar Fan. Thank you so much for the super chat, Alan. It indeed is. It's been more difficult to get it going because loads of things. Sometimes I need 200 quid to buy some coffee, but it's getting there. I need to pay myself back and get that Guitar Fan going. But it is still going. If you do wish to donate to the channel, it does go towards me buying a guitar that I want to build. Or I might just buy a Gibson Les Paul just and say, sod it, just make that a coffee company guitar. If I can't afford one, though. But it is still going. But it's getting a lot harder because things are a lot more expensive now. And sometimes I need to dig into my savings to get me out of a bit of trouble. And that's just the way of the world, unfortunately. A sandwich now is £6. Unbelievable. Everything is so expensive now.
Mate, I saw something. I don't know. I've seen in the news about Asda. and how bad they're doing right now. I saw this video, and I don't know if people have been moving the prices around or whatever.
Yeah.
But this guy goes into Asda and starts showing the prices of like the essentials, not like the bread, eggs, milk. Jesus Christ, what is going on at Asda?
Yeah.
Why is Asda falling apart all of a sudden?
I think it's because Asda got bought out. I don't think Asda's owned by the Walmart family anymore.
Oh, really?
I don't think it is. No, I think a British family bought part of it.
Well, they have screwed up royally.
But thank you so much for the super chat, Alan. It really helps us out a lot, and hopefully we'll get that guitar one day. One day. Yeah. Some. You got to get the Coffee Co pig design on the guitar. Absolutely. I'll absolutely do it. Got to do it. Love how openly you can talk about your addiction problems. Must help others to know. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what? Do you know what, buddy? It's strange because someone, after we did the mental health special and everything, that all my 16 years, I had quite a few people reach out to me on social media saying, do me a favor, can I put you in touch with my friend if you follow him on Twitter? And it's why, and I'm talking to someone later today who's not even in the Spurs community.
Yeah.
And it's just, this is why I've always been so open about it, and the mental health, because you need to get it out there and realise people sometimes when they've got the addiction think, right, my life can't change. Well, what's changing alcohol and stopping going to do for me? And that's where I was at one point. And then literally it changed my life. And if I can help one person get clean or stop drinking or whatever, it means more to me than Spurs winning a trophy. It really, when it comes to it, that step away from the football, life is far more important. Far more important.
As an answer to kudos, oh bloody hell, Alan, you didn't need to do that. We'll get to you in a second. Kudos. Is this anything I want, or does it have to be a stock color? Let me know, buddy. Let me know if it's a stock cut, if it's a stock or anything I want, because there is a color, but it's not stock. Alan, thank you so much for the £20 super chat. It really helps us out a lot. Thank you so much, buddy. Means the world to us over here, and thank you so much, buddy. But good to see her in here, and that really means that everyone give a big up to Alan. Everyone give a big up to 10-inch. Really good fella. Everyone give a big up to 10-inch. Doing the Indian, yeah, absolutely.
Wait a minute. Is it the Venkies?
I don't think it was them. It's another Indian family that's bought it.
I'll have to check now because bloody hell.
Stock. Okay. Stock colour, I would get an iced tea burst. Let's get a picture of one. Iced tea.
It's the Issa brothers, whoever they are. The Issa brothers. Wow.
Here we go. I'm going to share the screen. I'll share the screen. Close that one. Close that one. Close that one. And let's share the screen. Just to give a bit of context, I would go for that color. I really like that color because it reminds me of a bit of Slash, but it also reminds me a bit of Greeny. Or I like that. I used to love the Heritage cherry ones, but I really do like the iced tea.
What is the name of the color?
It's Iced Tea Burst.
I love the names. I love the funky names of these colors.
But they've got some. They've got some custom colors now. So if I go to Gibson. They've got some quite crazy colors. They even do a blue one now. You can get a blue one. Les Paul, but they also do a purple one. Here we go. If it's gonna load.
Oh, look at that blue, man. That's banging.
They got the blue here.
Banging.
I love this. Actually, no, I'm changing my answer. I'm going for the purple one. I'm going for the purple.
Ben, you need to check your screen again.
Why do I need to check my screen?
Check your screen. Check the chat.
Whoa, Swifty! Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Swifty. Thank you so much, buddy. Bloody hell, you guys are being too generous today. But
it must be first day of the season.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone is putting in their money that they would have bet on Spurs.
People clearly want me to buy a car.
They thought, I'm going to lose my money with Spurs. Let's put it towards a worthwhile cause.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you. So everyone give a big up to Swifty in the chat. Great supporter of all the channels. But thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much.
Chewy.
But I love that purple. Look at that purple.
Purple's not bad. Chewy, come in.
But they've also got a blueberry burst. They've got some great colours. They've got some really good ones. They got the blueberry one. There we go.
There may be a Chewy walking across the screen very shortly. No, he's gone the other way.
But blueberry's good as well.
That's lovely.
I love blueberry. There are some very good colours. There's even a bright pink one that looks awesome.
Rumi's giving you a colour. Rumi's giving you a colour combination.
Big up. Banjo would be cheaper, yeah. I do like a banjo. I do like it. I can play the ukulele. I'm like a fat Eddie Vidder, but I like it. It is very Prince Mauler. It's very Prince. I do like it. Never been a Gibson fan. I spent a ton of money on a Les Paul and it was shit. Never stayed in tune. Neck kept walking. Volume. It depends on the guitar. It depends. They're all different. Both the Gibsons I bought are absolutely solid as a rock. My SG always stays in tune. I picked it up after when I was first day, completely and utterly. It's weird. I do like my Gibsons, and I do prefer, as much as I love Fenders, I do prefer my Gibsons. Pink Fuchsia, vintage. Yeah, they're good. You right, buddy?
Yeah, I want some of your Colombian coffee.
Absolutely.
You're serving customers.
I'm serving customers, Brian. So you have a chat with the chat.
Yeah, all right, let's turn it back where it goes football. I've seen who was it? I can't bring the comments up, but I saw someone say, where was it? A couple of Swedish outlets. There it is from Hugo. Has said that Bergvall will start tonight. Let's talk about the midfield. In the chat, people, who are your midfield three? Who is your midfield three for today? Rinketti, Brian, what's the best with Scotland Yard? I don't understand the question, Rinketti. If you're asking what, put that in again. But yeah, I can't wait to return to the Scotland Yard. It is the greatest pub in the world to me, the greatest staff. Ben has been there as well. It is just an incredible pub with incredible people. So people are going, Bentancur, Sarr, Madison, Bentancur. Yeah, do you know what? I think that's the three as well. That's the three. But do you know what? If I had my way, I would actually start it. Benny, Archie Gray, Bergvall, because I think Sarr and Madison have looked bad. I really do. So I think you're all right, guys. Excuse me. Kerno, big up to you, brother. We need to catch up.
Absolutely. We've got to catch up with Kerno.
But yeah, I think he starts Benny, Sarr, Madders. I want Bentancur, Gray. But he's probably going to go with Madders because it's against his old club and he might be pumped up for it. We'll have to see. We shall have to see what goes on. But I'm waiting for Rinketti to say about the Scotland Yard. But like I was saying, Scotland Yard, I don't think there's anyone apart from Ben in the chat that's been there. I'm hopefully going to get a lot more footage this season when we're at games.
Sorry.
When we're at games, it's going to be packed tonight. I think we've got, remember, it's a Monday afternoon at 3 p.m. the kickoff here. But I think we're expecting over 250 people today minimum. So it's going to be great to have everyone back together again, be at my table with the lads. Hopefully Bobby Kay's going to make it. His mother-in-law is over, so who knows. But the Scotland Yard, honestly, if I ever move back to London, which will never happen, to leave the Scotland Yard. Yeah, Colin, I'm concerned with the zonal marking as well. I think the score is. Let's do predictions now, people. What's people predictions? I am going 3-2 Tottenham. And I actually think both goals we concede from set pieces. It won't be from open play. Kudos. If you ever make it over to Toronto, I will take you to the Scotland Yard with the greatest of pleasure. There's a few people that have come over and been and absolutely loved it. So it's a brilliant pub. And Ian Meth is actually coming over. He's going on a holiday through Canada. And he's coming at the end of the month. So I'm going to take him to the Scotland Yard in a few weeks. Let's see, 3-2 set pieces from Rinketic. 5-0 from Mark Cousins. The quad is on. Anthony Clark, AFC, big up, my buddy. How are you? 2-2. Yeah, you never know with Tottenham. 3-1 from Tom. But I will say Nige. Nige was doing something. Apparently, how many goals have been scored in this game, Nige? Apparently, this is one of the highest scoring Premier League fixtures of all time. I was watching Nige's show yesterday and he mentioned it. There's a ridiculous amount of goals in this game. There always has been. They're probably going to parade Skippy before the game as well. How weird's that going to feel? At least he'll get a standing ovation all across the board. Yeah, Rinketic, you're right. The NHL season is soon above us, and then all the Leafs madness can start again over here. Shemtan, my bro's father-in-law, met my bro's father-in-law Sunday, and he's from Toronto, and asked him about the Scotland Yard. He knew it and said your friend lives near. But there you go.
Jesus,
yeah.
we have 67 people watching. Bloody hell! Bloody hell! Thank you. That's the record viewership on this channel. So thank you so much, everyone.
Amazing. See, you might have to drop a couple of Spurs things in your.
Don't we? We might have to. Well.
Your subscribers gone up?
I've not looked yet. I've not looked. Bobby K going.
Bobby K is meant to be coming, but his mother-in-law arrived from London or England, shall I say, on Friday.
Oh, we got another super chat from Alan Sibley. Bloody hell. Alan, you don't need to give us so much money. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much.
Look at that. 138 goals have been scored in fixtures with Spurs Leicester.
Yeah. Most of them are Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Everyone give a big up to Alan Sibley in the chat.
Big up, Alan.
And if you haven't subscribed already, seeing as there's that triple the viewership that we usually get, if you haven't subbed to the coffee company, please help us get closer to 700. That would really help us out a lot. But yeah, everyone give a big up to Alan Sibley.
If you're not a subscriber of Tottenham on Tour and the coffee shop, you need to become a subscriber of the coffee shop and complete the set.
Absolutely. Got to complete the set. But everyone give a big up to Alan Sibley. What a guy.
Ben, what's your score prediction today?
I said 3-2 Tottenham.
Yeah,
we're going to score 3, but we can concede 2 set pieces.
Yep, 1 free kick, 1 corner I'm going for.
Yeah, something like that. But it'll both be headers because they've got no strikers, so it'll be centre-backs that score the goals.
There you go. But it's upon us. It is upon us. There you go. Look at that. Angus is sub to both and he supports the filth.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Actually, he's not only a subscriber, he's a member of both.
I think he was gifted the membership, though.
Okay.
Of both. But there's always time.
Big up, Tony.
But thank you so much. This is a place where we have on Tottenham on tour that we hang out because not all the time. We just want to go somewhere and have a chat. And another super chat from Michael. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you so much. I'm here for the roller coaster. Being this upcoming Spurs season, grateful for all the content you both create. Keep going. Thank you so much, Michael. It really helps. Everyone give a big up to Michael as well.
Big up.
As well to Swifty and, of course, to Alan as well. Loads of super chats today. Can't believe it. Yeah, but thank you so much, everyone. It really helps us out a lot. It's going towards making the place better. Yeah, I like Solanke.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah. That's a very good point, Tom. But he can't be everywhere. I think, You know what?
Solanke.
I'm now going to change it to not one corner, one free kick, 2 free kicks, because I think Solanke will be on the near post. Well said, Ruby. Well said.
Leicester will love you. You always say that every year, Angus. You say that all the time. But
He does.
Whenever Angus says something, it's usually the opposite. So I'm hopeful now.
There you go. So it's kind of like with my bets with Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. I hope so, mate. If Solanke gets a hat-trick, I think he'll shut a hell of a lot of people up.
Well, that'll put my bet down with Ryan to 12 with 37 games to go. So I'll be fancying my chances. I definitely think he scores 1. Yeah. I'm actually going for he scores 2.
I hope so. Oh, bloody hell, kudos. Thank you so much, mate. Another super chat.
Mate. You're flying.
We're flying today. We're flying. But thank you so much, kudos. I would love to get a Les Paul and put a coffee company logo on the Les Paul. That'd be sound. I like that.
When you were here, I did it with Brad Matthews, but I can't remember if I went with you or Bobby took you. Did you check the guitar shops in Kensington Market?
No, I didn't get a chance.
All right, next time you're back, I'll take you there.
Everyone give a big up to kudos as well for giving us a super chat. It really helps us out a lot. Thank you to everyone for the super chats today. Oh, we just hit 69 people watching, but now it's back to 67.
What a great number.
Until you change your heart, I won't stop saying it. But good stuff. What market? But the problem with going to a market and looking at guitars in Canada is I can't take them home.
So it's the place is called Kensington Market. It's not like a market. It's it's basically Toronto's version of Camden.
Yeah.
And there's just all funky shops and everything. There's a few guitar shops there. You could send it back though, Ben. It'll probably be cheaper. The amount of money.
I wouldn't want to send a guitar. No, if I'm taking that back, I'm taking it on my back on the plane, and I'm buying a seat for it. That's not going in a cargo hold. I can't. I would love to get the coffee caster made. It's just so difficult to do. It's so difficult to get it done, and I've got to learn how to do it. So I'd love to do it, but for now, it's difficult.
Across the line, there was some news there. Thierry Henry has terminated his contract at the France under-21s.
But yeah, I'm near the bottom in the fancy league. I might maybe sacked. Who knows? I want to be expected to lose. You should teach Daigle how to play. We can give Daigle a ukulele.
I'll tell you what, though, Mark, you say about being sacked. I always say the thing I love fantasy football league, but I always stop after about the 6th game because I'll leave a player in that's injured or suspended. Yeah, and I'll do my subs. I submitted my team. Do you think I remember to take Robbery out because he was injured? Nope, sir. This first week, I played with 10 men.
Loads of new viewers today. 70 people watching the show. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Big up, Skinny.
But great stream today. I had it on extra tab at work. Good stuff, Robbie. Good stuff. Matt O'Reilly. Celtic to Brighton. That's a good signing for them.
A phenomenal signing.
That's a great signing for them.
Mate, he is a very, very good player. Whether he does it in the Premier League is up for debate, but he is. Yeah. He is. Tom, don't you're going to set him up to say something that's going to wind me up now.
Yeah. I'm a metal drummer, but if you're we can do hard blues. O'Reilly isn't leaving, so apparently he is. Brighton looked good over. They did. They looked very good.
They looked phenomenal. They started last season with 2 4-0 wins, didn't they?
Yeah.
They are a very, very handy outfit.
O'Reilly would be a great signing for Brighton.
Danny Welbeck is just getting better and better.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to be, and obviously they've got the manager. I couldn't believe when I watched Match of the Day, he is the first manager to be in the Premier League that was born after the Premier League started.
Yeah.
That shows it just shows how time is going. I was 13 when that league started. 13.
I spoke about this on Tottenham on Tour, Brian. How good was it to see a proper football stadium in Portman Road back in the Premier League?
Yeah,
I hate new stadiums. They're so crap. Portman Road, like when you make a stadium bigger, they don't just make like a round dome. They just build a bit on the top of it. I love that old school. Like,
I love it when a team comes up after they haven't been in the Premier League for ages. Like I loved it like when the Blackpools came up and their first home, the Huddersfields. But Ipswich, I remember being in the Premier League when it started.
yeah.
I remember we actually lost. Every time I think of Portman Road, I think of a game where we lost 3-1. I think it was, and Jurgen Klinsmann scored a goal. It was a banging half volley. But it's always good to see teams like this up, and they've got Ed Sheeran sponsoring them.
Yeah,
I think to get the AIA off our bloody back, Adele Johnson, someone, Adele, come and sponsor us and get that back on blue.
Get a picture of Adele on the Spurs shirt.
That or one of her album names, 21, 20, or you couldn't have that because people start thinking, is that your squad number?
Yeah.
But there's so many. Get Jessie J, get someone.
Yeah, I loved it. It's a proper old stadium. See Ipswich ground. I can see Cundy scoring.
Oh God, yeah, there's that one as well. I remember a season when they first came up recently, and they had Marcus Stewart up front, and he scored like 30 goals, and they finished like 5th.
Yeah.
That season was mad. I think out of the Premier teams that have come up, they'll do the best. I really do.
Sponsoring us, KSI. Well, it's KSI and Logan Paul.
Yeah, let's. It's not. Yeah, it's Prime, and I refuse to drink that bloody drink.
I don't drink energy drinks, so I don't give a shit. Anyway.
I refuse to take. Wait, mate, I'm going to bring back some Zoa from the Rock, and you'll have a Rock one with me.
I'm not having. I don't drink energy drinks.
It's all natural sugars.
None of that. None of that.
You're trying.
Shameless sub to this. Absolutely shameless sub to Spurs diehards. 100 expected us to score 3 goals. Good stuff.
Yeah.
He actually bought a minority stake. I saw. He's got the money. Ed Sheeran as well. He's got that money. We need Taylor Swift to buy a bit of Tottenham.
Just like I said that.
Or John Cena. Cena.
Oh my God! If that happened, Ryan Isaacs, Jesus Christ!
Imagine Word Life on the Spurs team. Word Life. Hell yeah! Was addicted to Prime for a bit. Really like Prime. I have a collection of it.
Doesn't surprise me, Angus. I can't. My nephews love it. My nephews, or they did love it. They won't have it anymore. I think they've grown out of it, or not grown out. That's the wrong. Yeah. I think they had the phase of it, and now it's worn off for them.
Yeah. The other clown got battered by L.A. Knight.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love him.
Cena is a Tottenham fan. He is. Yep. Cena, The Rock. Yes, get The Rock. If The Rock bought a bit of Tottenham, you would be like, you would have. Imagine The Rock bought a bit of Tottenham and he insisted that the stadium got called the People's Stadium. That would be fantastic,
mate. If that ever happened, I would stop my.
You're bad. The People's Stadium.
And everything would be off the table. I'd still be as Levy out as hell, but The Rock being in Tottenham, oh my God.
The People's Stadium. I like it. Ryan's equivalent Daigle and The Rock. Yes.
Yeah,
no. CM Punk is Ryan's date.
He's more. Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. We have afternoon Tweaky. Good to see you. And up to date. I'm well late. Sorry. Big up to the both of you in chat. Good to see you, Tweaky. Hopefully you're well. He's not people's elbow. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The Rock is a winger. He wants nothing to do with Spurs. Absolutely.
Scott M casually drops into the chat at the perfect time.
Brilliant. Yeah. The People's Stadium sounds incredibly communist. It does. It certainly does. Every finishing move ever on Levy. Yeah, the ginger guy in Harry Potter is Rupert Grint. Yeah, he is. But on that note, guys, I do unfortunately have to end the show, but it's our record viewership today. So thank you to everyone for joining us today, and good to see you, Philly president, as well. Thank you so much.
Yeet. Let me see you do a yeet.
Yeet.
There we go. Things are happening today.
But of course, we're the tribal tree. You're the final boss. But thank you all so much for watching today's show, guys. We will be back tomorrow morning on Morning Brews, live on Tottenham on Tour with myself and the Roadman, followed up by Anger Management with Dable and the Roadman.
Yep.
We're doing 3 streams tomorrow. We're doing 3
back, baby.
We're going to have a bit of a day. But thank you all so much for watching. A come on, you Spurs, to everyone. And take it away, Aki.
And as always, Levy out.
And if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So